Hi guys, this is Rusty 78609, February the 26th, 2018, about 11:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's a beautiful day, probably 65 degrees. Got my solar panels set up. I am dry camping at my home base. I have already started my trip in my mind. In other words, I'm going to just continue dry camping all the way through now. We're going to be off grid and see how all this works, because right now the battery level is 14.4 volts, which is perfect. This is a 120 watt ZAMP portable solar. Got 14.4 in the battery. We're putting in 5.6 amps. We're taking out 2.26 amps because the refrigerator's on. I've got several items on inside the RV. So when the refrigerator cuts off, whenever everything is running, or the way it should be, will be at about 1 amp per hour average. So anyway, having said that, there's the ZAMP solar thing. There's the little card. Goes up, goes through that window. But I am totally off grid right now. I've got water, fresh water in the water tank. Got my 12 volt pump on. Got my shower set up like I'm going to use it. What I'll do, I have about a 2-gallon bucket, and I'll heat water on the stove, put it right there to conserve water. All the LED lights work perfectly, and the thing that I was surprised is the Ventahood light works. Okay, that's great. So that's working off 12 volt. And over here I've got two, and this is a wonderful little thing. I've got two USB ports right there in that corner, and I've got the Alexa hooked up there, and I can also use it to charge phones, etc., using the RV battery, which I started off the lead acid battery when I went off grid at about 10:45 a.m. Was 12.9, which is freaking awesome. You know what I mean? So we're starting off good here. We're going to see how all this works. Of course, today we got great sunlight, and it is 68 degrees outside. I've got the Google Home set up. Hey Google, what day is it?
It is Monday, the 26th of February, 2018.
Okay, and that's off the battery. Here's the battery right here. This is a 120 amp hour AGM battery, and this is a Dometic CF18 refrigerator. I've got everything in it. And what I do, I've got two. There are two. I don't have it on freezer. I've got it set at about 35 degrees. I've got two more of those right down the bottom there. You can't see them. There's two of those blue ice things. The little small ones are about this wide and about that long and about this thick. And I've got two of them over here in the fridge, and right now it's holding about 52 degrees. There's two of them. Notice I've got it on top of the beer, the most important item, okay? So anyway, having said that, guys, and then some of this stuff won't make it because it takes up too much space. But anyway, so the refrigerator is just going to be mainly used for storing some veggies and stuff. And anyway, so far so good. We're going to see how all this works. This is basically just the beginning. Notice the TV is gone, and that's where all my electrical stuff will be, and that's where I got some clothes and stuff stacked that I wear. You know, we're in the transition phase, you know, from spring to summer, so I've got the transition clothes there. I've got jogging pants, shorts, you know, a pair of gloves and different things that, you know, you just kind of go back and forth. But anyway, guys, we're good to go here. This the battery's set up. We're charging the fridge. We've got the Google Home device going. If I want to watch a movie, I can watch it on my Acer laptop. I can charge the Acer in here in the RV, or I can charge it in my truck when I'm driving, which is what I plan to do. And also the fan, the Max fan, we'll just turn it on here. There we go, running on 12 volt, wonderfully, draws virtually nothing. Hear how quiet it is? That's on level 2. Can't even hear it. Anyway, having said that, guys, just wanted to give you a heads up. Rusty is boondocking right now. Why am I doing this? Man, I don't know. I just was sitting here thinking, you know, one of these days I'm going to have to put all this together and see if it works. And so I did. And guess what? It works. Hallelujah. Yeah, it's going to work fine. I think we got plenty of solar. You know, of course, if we get some cloudy days, you know, if you get 4 or 5 cloudy days in a row, then you could have an issue. But anyway, I'll show you something else. I've got a backup plan on the refrigerator. This refrigerator right here, that's a 3.1 cubic foot, but it's 110 only. 110 only. Of course, I could rig up a way to run it off the solar, but I really don't want to fool with it because this Dometic 12-volt refrigerator is great. I love it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, if putting the blue ice things inside the fridge at 35 degrees don't work, in other words, it doesn't keep my beer cool enough, then I have a backup plan. What I will do is use the Igloo lunch bucket that I've had for years. I've actually carried my lunch in this many times years ago. I don't know why I hung on to it. But yeah, what we'll do, we'll just put some beer in there with the blue ice and put this inside the fridge, okay? If we need to. But anyway, guys, from Central Texas, USA, this is Rusty the Boondocker saying thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. We are ready to go on the road. We're going to go to a Corps of Engineers park on Monday night and Tuesday night. And would I leave out then and go somewhere? I doubt it. A little too cool right now. But we'll see, man. I mean, this is just a pretty day. It's springtime bit me. And I just had to do something, and I'm ready to go, man. I mean, the battery's holding at 14.4, and I love that. And we're putting in, let's see what we're putting in here. Well, I can't see it, doesn't show it. We're putting in about, well, we're putting in a net of about 3 amps. So we must be using about 2, I don't know. It usually puts out about 5 or 6 amps. It can get up to 8. We've got a slight cloud cover, but mostly clear. So anyway, guys, from Central Texas, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want, but use the link to Amazon products in the description of my videos. I appreciate it. Doesn't cost you a thing. And anyway, I get a little commission. So if you want to do it, fine. I appreciate it. It helps me with my trips. What else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day is good for you. Also, stretch, walk, take deep breaths, go to all that stuff. Keep your health, because if you want to go boondocking or camping, you want to feel good, right, guys? So anyway, having said that, anyway, enjoy your day. Adios, guys. Bye-bye.